Hey, welcome to this Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts gameplay video. If you love the era of naval warfare when castles of steel ruled the waves, then don't miss a minute of what's coming up. Well, hey, welcome. It's time to play some Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts, and the new Alpha 7's here. I had no idea. I'll be honest, I have not been spending a lot of time in the Game Labs forums keeping up recently, so wow, look at this. Welcome to the Alpha build. Blah blah blah. Here's the thing. We've got no major changes in terms of hulls, as best I can tell. There's some hulls that have been changed. A lot of balances. If you want to, you can pause the video and read this at any time. I'll leave it up long enough to do that. I just want to go down through this and see things that really are interesting to me. Early tech torpedoes, smaller range and slower. That's a good thing. I just played 1895 pickup game, and I had to get within a mile, like 1.5 kilometers, to put a torpedo in the water. That was kind of cool. Sonar hydro equipment now available for heavy cruisers, battleships, and battle cruisers. Well, and this is, I didn't understand this, but yeah, this makes sense. Much more aware against torpedo threats. So it looks like hydro equipment in the game is primarily for listening for torpedoes. Not, my first thought was, wow, we're going to get submarines? Nope, don't look like, at least not now. Fast motor torpedoes rebalanced. That's nice. Repaired some issues with US cage matches. Okay. Minor design, auto design, algorithm for improved design. So yeah, I'll believe that when I see it. Optimization of destroyer hundredweights. Two more variants for larger guns. Early tech engines receive small boost in horsepower. Okay. Several mission rebalances. Don't care too much about that. Repairs. Now, I've heard about this from folks that they've had crashes on this too many threads crash. I've never experienced it, but it's good to see that they've addressed it. Fixed battalion towers of heavy cruisers are not fitting on the deck. That's nice. I was destroyer hulls reset. Blah blah blah. Various other minor fixes in hulls were applicable. Beats me. Here's the bottom line on this. It's awesome that these guys are still tweaking and working on this game, and it's. I guess what did I pay for this? $50 for an alpha. I've never done that before in my 50 years of gaming. Have I bought? Of course, a bunch of that's computer gaming. I've never spent money on an alpha. If they stop developing the game right now, I've gotten my money's worth, and it's still happening. So anyway, today we're going to do a viewer choice. I've had a comment in the channel. Somebody wanted me to do BB-1, the USS Indiana. She's not really easy to do. I think she was launched in like 1895, and you can't get the right hull there. But playing around with it, I found an appropriate hull or an adequate hull around 1900, and she ends up being a lot bigger than she ought to be. But we can kind of get her together. So what we're going to do, and I'm still coughing. You guys will just have to forgive me. I'm having this happens to me every once in a while. I have one of these down in the chest things that lasts for weeks and weeks and weeks. So I'm trying not to drown. But let's set this up. And since Indiana was involved in Spanish-American War, around Santiago, if I remember right, Santiago, Cuba. Not to any great effect, as best I can tell, but it happened. Let's do a battleship, and none of these things. And again, we're playing I got to get this right. I might have to set it up about 1905, 1900, I think worked. And let's get the range down to something reasonable, a little over 3 miles. And if I remember right, she had an encounter with a couple of Spanish cruisers. We're not going to, I really don't know how well this is going to work. Quite honestly, I may have to back out, or we may have to just try again, because I haven't had time to play test this. I just wanted to get this ship built and see how she plays. She's real slow. I have a real question whether this is going to work. So we're going to jump in and get her designed, but before we do, we're going to do the YouTube ritual, which is easy. It's early Saturday morning. I'm building videos, and if you like the videos, if you enjoy the content, then please consider subscribing, liking, sharing, and commenting. That helps the channel grow. That's what keeps me coming back, and I appreciate that consideration. And finally, if you'd like to help me wake up on these Saturday mornings because you really enjoy the content, then you can buy me a cup of coffee. There's a link in the description. Okay, let's get in there and get her done. Yeah, unlocks on design ship. Okay, I think Battleship 2 is the only one I could make work. I had to just make her as big as possible. She's really slow, 15 knots. You know, I'm looking at my, gosh, so she has triple expansion. Okay, coal fire induced. Now she's supposed to have Harvey armor. I might have to dummy in Krupp just to keep her from exceeding this 17,000 tons, which is 7,000 tons overweight as it is. We'll give her barbette, anti-torp, and I think we have to leave her single hull. We'll probably have to give that up before it's all said and done to keep her, because she does have a lot of armor. I'll leave all this alone. I don't know. We'll leave it with gun cotton right now. We'll leave. Actually, I think originally she had a mixture of steam and hydraulic. What I was reading, which I find fascinating. She had 18-inch torpedo tubes, and I've seen two sources. One claimed 4 tubes, one claimed 6. We can only get 4 in this hull, so that's what we're going to do. We'll dummy up some kind of rangefinder because I had no idea. Now here's where it gets really, really interesting. See if I can see. Okay, this is 18 inches of armor. Watch, and 8.5 inches extended. Watch the weight go through the roof. I think 3 inches is good for the deck. In fact, it looks like we'll just go all the way, which is really heavy. Conning tower was 10. Turrets were 15. I don't know about turret tops. Secondary 6-inch. We're going to go ahead and give them the same as the deck. So far we're still in there, but we haven't hung a thing on this hull, and it's fixing to get really crowded. I don't know if I can get away with Tower 2. I don't know if that's going to work because of where we have to wedge those secondary turrets. All right, that got us 100% engine efficiency. Let's look at something here. 210, 230. They just get heavier as we go. Yeah, so we'll stick with the standards that work. Main guns. Oh, yeah, this is where it gets crazy. Center line, 13-inch, 2-barrel, and the weight goes through the roof. And suddenly, we just can't build this girl. Secondary guns, 8-inch, 2-barrel, and you might be able to wedge them in here. No, we got to get rid of that. Front tower 1, 8-inch. I've made it work before. And I just for a second, yeah, come on, come on. She is so heavy. Um, start killing, and go to Krupp 1 to try to make this work. Casemate guns, she had a couple of 6-inch on each side. To try to offset a little bit of that 4 weight. And torpedo launchers. All right, we got a little bit of stuff left to play with here. 4-weight offset is crazy. We might can fix that up a little bit. I'm not sure how far I really want to push this thing back, but all right. She's just barely underweight. I mean, we could. She was a coastal defense ship, basically, so we get away with cutting her weight down by making her very short. That's cheesy. What are you going to do? Which is kind of interesting. Did they change that? I could have swore we were stuck on medium. Huh. We'll make it short. Does that mean I can get back to Harvey? No. No, you can't do that. And I don't think we can get a double. Well, we can get a double hull, and I don't know if that's appropriate. We're going to put it in there. Underwater protected deck. Underwater protected. Oh, they have changed this. That's kind of interesting. Look at that. We can. Oh. You know, I think she's playable at this point. I really don't know what to do with this. When I played a version of her earlier today, she lost her aft turret to a flash fire. Gun cotton, 20% ammo detonation, ballistite. Lyddite is crazy. We're gonna go with ballistite. That looks like she gets a better, higher chance of flash fire and a higher chance. Let's stick with the gun cotton. She was launched in 1895. Let's stick with that. And I don't know. Can we give her some extra ammo just for fun? Yeah, I didn't think so. She can get away with that. I'm playing around trying to keep her survivable, which against 2 cruisers may not matter. I don't know. You know, if you disagree with this, I understand because I'm playing around at this point. I'm trying to get her to look right. In fact, I've even tried and cannot make it work. We select that and use the RT keys and try to get these things to default to that position, and it just won't play. Although it still shows that she can rotate in that direction and fire forward. So I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, there she is. She's slow as she can be. And I don't know. What do you say? It's viewer choice. Let's get a picture of her in. Let's get a picture of her in the shipyard. And go. And you know, if this ends real quickly, one way or the other, I can put a cut in the video, rebuild her, and take her up against something else. Oh, I didn't rename her. That's it. I am not putting up with that. I'm not. Anybody who watches the channel knows I forget this every time. Well, we're not doing it this time. We're going to get her right. Here we go again. right. They're behind us. Well, there she is. They're behind us and they're going away. Well, we'll never catch them. If they don't want to fight. If they don't want to fight, they don't have to fight. Torpedo range 1.5 kilometers. That's very cool. Yeah, we may have to just completely redo this because this old gal is not going to catch anybody. Let's pick it up and see if they're just running away. Oh, look at that. Look at that. If I put that there. All right. Are you wanting to fight? I think you are. I think it's probably foolish if we can just get a hit. You'll be sad. Given the situation, danger is... Oh, look at that. Torpedo danger is real. Alright, secondaries there. Slow this down a little bit. In fact, stop it, because just like we have the YouTube ritual, the most important ritual we have is the screenshot ritual. Look at that. Look at that. I just can't get over how pretty this game is. It makes me very happy. It really does. I appreciate your patience, because this makes me very, very happy. See, oh yes, position ourselves just right. You can actually see her opponents on the horizon. That one's kind of obscured by that splash. Yeah, it looks like I can get both of them. Just barely, if you're looking for them. Okay. Now, what would be still one of my big bugaboos is, can we please save these designs? It would be so much easier. You know what? Really, ought to be firing at this guy with the main guns and the secondaries there. That's going to hurt my accuracy, but I can get 4 guns on her. She's hurt. And the 8-inchers are happy there. Oh, have we identified these guys yet? No, we have not. You know, the way they're steaming, they can get away from us in a heartbeat. This is dangerous, but we're going to turn. We're going to turn. We get some ID and I find out that they've got some ridiculous long-range torpedoes. I'll probably be sad. Oh, hey. Oh, baby, this is such a screening right there. Sorta. Never mind, doesn't seem to be as happy as I thought. Let's get on with the play. What are you thinking, Waz? Do you want to play? You just want to take pictures? Yeah, I pretty much like taking pictures. Alright, she's got to swing those turrets all the way around, which is going to take some time. Probably means let's target her and put the secondaries on her to minimize how far around those mounts have to come. hit a bunch by 4-inch guns. We finally got, well, we've had it, I just haven't been paying attention. 7-inch guns, 5-inch guns, torpedoes. Very short-range torpedoes. Same thing. Alright. We don't want to get close. By no means do we want to get close. You know, they need to get close. They got the speed to do it. Wow. Yeah, this old gal, she can't keep up with nothing. But if she nails him with those 13 inchers, wow, they've got a lot of armor. Yeah, don't close them up. Don't close up. This maneuver's thrown my accuracy down the toilet. They've got us on fire. We haven't done any damage. We've hurt her a little bit. Looks to me like this is entirely appropriate. Nobody can hit squat. But we have gotten a lot of hits, just to no great effect. Alright, engage her. Just be done. Engage her. Take a moment. Take more than a moment. Take more than a moment to get those turrets around. Oh, yeah. Well, let's wait. Oh! Was that awesome or what? One ammo detonation. I think that 13-inch gun nailed her. Yeah, that was unfortunate. She really needs to close up. The AI needs to charge me and put me in you can't avoid these torpedoes range. Setting me on fire big time. Hey, she may be having that idea. Alright, it's time to turn away. There's no other reason to give us a chance to comb the wakes, which, you know, this isn't a terribly agile girl. Fires are tough. Oh, look at the torpedoes. Look at the torpedo. I really enjoy this a lot more than the World War II stuff, shooting from way past Fort Mudge stuff. It's just more fun to get in here close. I don't know if I can get a decent shot out of this. Now that the fires are... Oh, she's taking her hits. And it's dramatic. It is dramatic off the bow angle. I see flashes. That's interesting. F-11. Go. You aren't trying hard enough to get those torpedoes in. Because it won't take too many of these hard hits I'm putting on you. I'd put HE. Oh, stop. Well, it looks to me like there was a turret in the air for a moment. I don't see where it landed, but that's that was rugged. All right, bring it around. There we go. We're burning. We're burning. We've had 5 penetrations versus 0 inch. Not sure where that would be. Just hit her hard again. Looks like the 8 inch nailed her. Really, AI, you really need to be charging in here. That would have been the ticket. Playing against this gal. She's slow, she's unmaneuverable. Real winning pitch would have been to just charge or take her licks and put torpedoes in her. And I suspect that it finished her off, but they're just shy. This ain't over though. You know, they are substantially armed. And awkward hit on Indiana, finish her off. Chance to hit at 3 kilometers. 2 miles, and we just can't touch each other to speak of. She's taking some. I mean, she's hurt. 89% is not trivial, and we have yet, as hard as we have hit the Maria Juan, this ain't over. Slow down a bit now that they're not thump. 13 inch hit, 6 inch hits. I just can't tell you how happy this game makes me. It just makes me happy. Just saying something. I'm an old man. Difficult to please. I don't see anything there. Get off my yard, or off my lawn. That's kind of where I am these days. Let's pick up the pace a little bit. Well, we're hitting her. And we're up to a 6% chance to hit, so slowing down helped a bunch. Come on. Before they get lucky and put a 7-incher in an awkward spot, we need to finish one of these guys off. And 6-inchers are doing more damage. I got an 8.5% chance to hit. I find that interesting. We're gonna, just when I start getting my hit chances up, I've got to maneuver to keep the guns. Really, AI, you need to close up. I'm on fire, 87% chance there. This is a tougher fight than one might have anticipated. I mean, we've hit one of them very hard. But we're having to leave the other one unmolested, and they're just circling us, picking us apart. Whoa! There was a good hit. 13-inch hit, 551 damage, mid-belt penetration, and she is hurt. Let's watch her for a second. She's not out of the fight, but she is badly damaged. We're switching our attention there because this guy, her chance to hit has gone to the toilet, and she's flooding. So let's see if she even survives this. Beginning to look like she won't. Nope, that big penetration did her. It's about time too, because Indiana is turning into a wreck. At least she's not flooding. These cruisers are giving me a really not as good a fight as they could. I keep saying it because it's just true. Should have just charged me, come bows on at full speed, and tried to do like this with torpedoes. That could have put this old gal down in a heartbeat. Looks like a gunfight with her is not a winning pitch, but it could still happen. I mean, they could still very easily, I won't say easily, but an awkward hit that got to a magazine, or they got any significant flooding going, and we could be very sad. She is just moving so fast, she's hard to hit. Oh, just can't get her. Turn up the speed. Is there a decent screening in here? Starting on is just not as interesting. It's just not as interesting as that. That leaves our opponent completely out of the picture, doesn't it? I think I already have this screenshot. You can't have enough. If you saw 10 or 11 terabytes of storage I have, if you saw the number of screenshots and other pictures, and I've got a stack of old photographs over here right now waiting for me to get around to scanning them for family, including a picture, and it has nothing to do with anything except it's cool, a picture of my mother in 1944 when she was 7. I've never seen the picture before. So yeah, all this screenshot stuff, it's kind of a thing. Picture stuff. But down to 7.5 knots, 7 knots. This turn is just killing her speed. And, quite honestly, putting her in some danger of torpedoes. Alright, get in close now. Settle down on a course. Get our speed back up. It's increasing slowly as we've eased off on the... And this could be crazy because it really does put us where those 7-inchers might just hammer us. This might not have been the greatest idea ever unless we could really put a nasty hit on this gal. But we're down to 2.3% chance to hit all this maneuvering. Speed's picking up. And I'm going to have to maneuver again because torpedo range stuff is deadly serious. Deadly serious. She's got an 11% chance to hit. We got a 3. Maybe closing up wasn't the greatest idea ever. Alright, looks like this 6-incher's pegged her. Come on now. She's so fast. Oh! Yeah, torpedoes, torpedoes, turn, turn. Reminds me of Father Jack, right? Nuns, nuns, reverse, reversed. Torpedoes, torpedoes, turn, turn. Come on, guys. Look at her firing. God knows where they're going to shoot. Yeah, and I failed to put theirs. She surely ought to have a bunch of 2-inch guns on her, and I didn't put them on her at all. Not that they would matter here, but there we go. There we go. An 8-inch hit. That lit her up. %7 chance to hit against her 14. This is dangerous, and the torpedo thing is starting to happen. Come on, we just need a really hard. Well, that wasn't a hard one, but it was real. It started some flooding, which might slow her down, which will make her easier to hit, but we are a wreck. 68%. They've just blown our upper works to shreds. Come on, don't let her get torpedo range. Oh, 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 oh. Thump. Thump. Mid-belt penetration, 509. Engine hits, on fire, and flooding. I think perhaps we have put... Oh, look at that. I actually have an opportunity. As beat up as she is. Look at the foam on the waves. Attention to detail, Game Labs. Attention to detail. Most dramatic shot I can out of that. That might be the best one, given what we can see right there. Come on, can I go in a little closer? Yeah, I won't do it with the mouse, but it'll do it with the keyboard. I impose on you guys something awful with this. And go. Thump. We're down to the fun bit now. We can slow things down and watch it happen, unfold. She is flooding. Looking for something fun to happen on one of these ships. She's burning. Looks like her flooding may be out of control. That big mid-belt penetration just hammered her. Yeah, it's starting to look like this is going to end with her just sinking. 3%, 4%, 4%, 3%, 2%, 3%. She's trying. They are trying to salvage her. Oh, did you see that? I wish I could have stopped it in time. If I get the right thing selected here. Well, I don't see that she had an ammo. That was just interesting graphics. I thought for sure we'd seen her. And she's gone. Well, there she is. We did it. BB-1, USS Indiana, against 2 Spanish cruisers. She really got beat up, but in a fashion I think is appropriate. She's close. Just get right up in their face and use those big old guns to just look over here for a second. Yeah, to just smash the cruisers. Well, there you go. I don't know what to tell you. I love this game. I hope you're enjoying it half as much as I am. And as always, I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you again real soon. Hey, thanks for watching. If you click on that picture of very young Waz, you'll be subscribed so you'll never miss another video. Then click on that bell notification button, and please share and comment. See you again soon.